It's Cordy McLaughlin, and 20 years ago I was the Kamehameha School's Maui principal, the first principal of the campus. Can't believe it's been 20 years. Can't believe it.
Hey, you had a nice mustache back there.
Yeah.
Wait, let me see.
Yeah. There's O'Connor. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Look at how
look
little
at
they look.
Rachel.
Oh, look, you look the same. Or?
Yeah, look.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like a time capsule. Yeah.
Remember we had
No,
no...
but try look.
Oh, look at
Oh,
Kate's picture.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, look at you. Look, talk about his mustache.
First Founders Day, we were in the multi-purpose room, which was, it served as our cafeteria. We had PE in there, we had science in there, we had Hawaiian studies in there, we had everything in there. And we got the entire campus, which at the time was just K through 3, correct? Yeah, our very first one.
I should have sold that script to Kamehameha School. It's still being used.
Because we're still using it for Founders Day.
It's still one of the most enduring parts of Founders
Yeah,
Day.
that's because the youngsters are included in it, in their term.
Even the families being Kamehameha, even in elementary school, they really wanted to do the sports thing, yeah? The sports and the music and the culture. And I think we still kind of perpetuate that even to this day.
It's like volleyball's been strong from the beginning.
Yes.
Till now, it's strong all the way through. Volleyball.
That was probably the original sport.
Yeah, that was our first sport. And you know, they were good then, and they're still good.
One of the other things that was really ridiculous is that 2 weeks before school started, I didn't have all the faculty hired, faculty and staff, I should say. And I remember I was in Kona, I don't know why I was in Kona for some reason, and flying back and forth trying to interview. I mean, you know, and this was late in the game. This is August. Most teachers have signed their contracts. I'm negotiating with people in Costco parking lot. So that was really tricky.
Cordy interviewed me over the phone, and I was really surprised to have gotten a phone call back saying that I was hired, but I had 3 days to get on to Maui.
And I got the job, and I was smiling because it was music and Hawaiian language. The 2 things I never taught before. And I said, okay, but we'll get it done, and so we did.
When we first opened, that first day, that first year, the night before, we were putting desks together. Remember, Kim, you and your family were putting, we had the oversized white plastic chairs, and we were just barely starting with pencils and crayons and scissors and glue.
The curriculum wasn't in yet.
No curriculum.
But nobody complained about it.
No.
We
no
were just
books.
willing to teach them.
And the
our
parents were willing to send their children there, knowing that we don't have nothing. Parents, it's okay. You're Kamehameha schools. We believe in you. We're gonna send our kids here, and that's what it was. They believed because of the name Kamehameha schools. We know you folks will get there, and we're gonna support you all the way. And that's what it was. The parents.
We had to get our lunches from Pukalani School cafeteria, and that was a Chinese fire drill. I'm not kidding. Trying to get the lunches over. Then we had to get them served. Our little red wagons, that was a theme. Our little red wagons, and we used those to haul lunches, supplies, whatever it was. But those are the kinds of things that I remember.
And we had to get the wagons and put all the lunches in there and bring it to the room.
They go pick up your juice in the morning, and then you gotta go get your lunch.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna get your trash.
And then the toilet duty, you know, sometimes like if it plugged up, you're like, ah! But that's so funny. But Thor's favorite place was my room because he could look out the window, you know, like.
Well, we don't want to go there, right?
And then I started the first, Cordy wanted May Day, and so we had May Day out in the yard in this little space. It was all, remember we built the stage and everybody did the first May Day program. We were so proud of our little program out in the yard. And we had no yard, so I borrowed the Pukalani golf course where we would go into Ulumaika. You know, and I remember Cordy go, what are they doing in the golf course? We had permission. And I never did tell Cordy, I think, that we were allowed to use a golf course because I promised I'd make brownies for them in the office.
And now she knows.
Now she, oh yes, now she knows.
Figuring out the irrigation to whatever, the weeds to Mayday to it was just us, even fixing computers, whatever it was. We just had to figure it out.
I used to be groundskeeper too back then.
I know, we used to do everything.
We did everything. I mean,
As staff, it was like everybody did and shared everything together. I mean, there was no, this is yours, this is mine. We just worked together.
Well, I'd like to piggyback on what Auntie Flo is saying, how we all worked together and we were willing and happy to do so. And we just love being at work every day and helping each other out and doing whatever it took to make things work.
We were really fortunate to be the first campus that was built besides Kapalama, because there was no way that Kapalama could serve the Hawaiians who were able and should be served by Pauahi's legacy. So we were very lucky that we were the first campus off of Oahu to be built. So I'm very proud of that fact.
Again, going back 20 years ago, what were we doing? We were sending students from Maui to Kapalama campus for grades 7 and 9 boarding. And at best, if we were lucky, Cordy and I, on a good year, we would have perhaps maybe anywhere from 7 to 12 be invited to Kapalama, and that's for 7th and 9th. I mean, that was an exceptional year if you had a dozen students. So from that to where we're at now, 1,180 students graduate, going through our doors, you know, what an amazing thing. Just
It is. It's great because I see the progress and I see the things that keep going from beginning, and it's still growing. And there's still more that you folks are offering, you know, here on Maui campus, and makes me very proud.
I think it's never forget who you are and where your roots are. Never forget those. Be proud. Be proud of Kamehameha. Be proud of who you are, what you stand for, what Kamehameha stands for, and that you are a legacy of Pauahi. So you also have a kuleana as you go forward to be an inspiration for others. So that's what I would love to pass on to them.
I'm touched and inspired today. It's about what do I hold on to? What is important to me as a Native Hawaiian? It gives me inspiration that our lives will go on. Native Hawaiian culture will go on, it'll thrive, it'll be better than it is today. Because of today, our students will be committed to carry on the work that our kumua are teaching them to do, that our kupuna stand for. All of us are standing side by side, dancing together. It's a beautiful day.